Hi, boys and girls. Welcome back to Mathematics Grade 4, Term 2. Now, in Term 1, we did a lot of work. So you will see that Term 2's got less work, but the work we're going to handle this term is such fun. It's everything that surrounds you. In our first lesson, we're going to start with what is common fractions. Now, in grade 3, when you talked about common fractions, you looked at halves and quarters and thirds, but we're going to go up to sevenths now. And we're going to learn what do you call the number at the top, what do you call the number at the bottom? What is common fractions unit? So common fractions is around you all the time. So I want to challenge you after this unit to walk around at home, school, in the shops, and see where you are dealing with common fractions. Because as soon as you can see fractions around you, the lesson or the work will get much easier for you. So let's start and see what is common fractions. After this lesson, you should know what is the definition of a common fraction, meaning of a numerator and a denominator. What does the numerator tell you? And what does the denominator tell you? Here you will see we do not talk like you talked in grade 3. You said there will be 5/7 of the apples in the basket or whatever. But now we talk proper mathematical language in grade 4. So I'm going to teach you very nicely. A fraction is called a common fraction if it is written as one number over another. Here you will see on the side, it is one number over another number. So it's written as one unit. We say it as 5/7 and not 5/7 like you used to in grade 3. Let's look at the top number. The top number we call our numerator. Now I always tell the kids, the numerator tells you a story. It tells you what happened to this whole. How many did I eat? How many did I shade? So it's telling you a story, the numerator. So the numerator is what I used, what I gave away, what I still have left over. Now at the bottom, we call the number the denominator. Now the denominator tells you if I had a whole, and how many parts did I divide the whole? So I had an apple. The denominator is telling you that I divided into 7 parts. Then the numerator tells you that I ate 5 of the 7 parts, or I gave 5 of the 7 parts away, or there's still 5 of the 7 parts left. The greater the numerator, the smaller the value of the fraction. Now I'm going to show you on pictures what I mean. Because we think in our minds, you think the greater something, the more value it is. But when I get to fractions, the greater my denominator, the smaller my value. Let me show you. Remember, fractions is when I divide something. So if you divide your 10 Smarties between 5 friends, each will get 2. But if I had 10 friends and I had to divide my 10 Smarties, each will get 1. So the value will be less when I divide it into more pieces or more people. Now let's look here. I gave you a circle here. Here you will see with the first circle, I divided into half. Now if I had a cake and I divided the cake into 2 pieces, my denominator will be 2 because my whole is divided into 2. Can you see how big is a half? It's a huge part you're going to get. But in the second picture, I divided the cake into 3 parts. So my denominator, the number at the bottom, will be 3. So I'm talking about thirds. But can you see that my pieces are getting smaller? Even look at the last circle. If I divided the cake in more pieces, can you see how small a piece will be that you will get? So the value will be smaller. So boys and girls, it's very important to remember, the bigger my denominator, the less value it will be, the smaller the fraction will be. Now, to write common fractions, I need a numerator on top of a denominator. Now, I got a little test here for you to see if you can write common fractions, because this is where everything starts. Now, remember, denominator at the bottom, numerator at the top. Denominator tells me in how many parts it's been broken up. Now, look at the first picture, the purple one. How many dots do you see in the rectangle? We see 2, 4, 6. So my denominator will be 6. Now, if I ask you, how many of the dots or the circles been colored red? How many red circles do you count? 2. That's correct. So 2/6 of the fraction is colored red. Let's look at the yellow block. How many parts is the rectangle divided into? So that's my denominator at the bottom. So this was a whole, and now it's divided into smaller rectangles. Now let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So my denominator will be 7. How many parts are colored? 1, 2. So 2/7 of my fraction is colored. Now I want to challenge you to do the grey block at the bottom by yourself before looking at my picture. Now I'm going to start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many parts been colored in green? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5/7 is colored with green. And that's how you write fractions, common fractions, boys and girls. Make sure you know what's your numerator. Make sure you know what is the denominator. Enjoy common fractions. Goodbye, boys and girls.